everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Lions coming in at 1-4, going up against the Chargers, who come in at 2-3. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more important, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
They go back to Abdullah on first. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The penalty, Abdullah, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And one of the guys to watch out for out of this group is the man on the outside, Keenan Allen.
His versatility, able to play outside the numbers, come back inside to the slot. In any case, you've got to find ways to get him the ball.
2nd down following the run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Returning, it's Benjamin. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
DeAndre Levy is one of those linebackers who makes everyone around him better when he's on the field.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down right around the 25. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's complete. Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Jerry Atauchu brings him down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. Now Stafford. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Ian Williams with a tackle. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Travis Benjamin, deep for San Diego. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They're going to look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Play action. They'll throw. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, now 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's Abdullah. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. One receiver left, that's Allen. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it a 2nd down. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scoop. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
10 yards still left on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Play action. Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down, here's Stafford. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first and 10, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And tough starting field position here. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here we go now. Green.
They go with Abdullah again. And he gets this one all the way up to the 24. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to throw an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And to give this time to the tailback, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's good enough for a Detroit 1st down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the 1st half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Stafford on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. Looking middle, and that's complete. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
They come up in an offset eye. To throw on second down is Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing is Stafford, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And the play clock's running down on first down. Abdullah. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Play clock winding down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose you. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third and 4.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Gun, 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 gun. Hurry up, here we go. Detroit, Detroit. Watch quit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Abdullah. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for...
Man says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain, shine.